carried all that sorrow like it still belonged to me, till a softer kind of mercy laid its hand on everything, not to take away the hurting, not to say it never stayed, just to let a little comfort find the places fear had made. Pearl in the quiet, soft and slow, a little light begins to show. Pearl in the quiet, calm and true. What was lost comes back into view. I can feel the weight grow lighter when I stop resisting it. There is peace inside the breathing, there is grace in yielding bit by bit. What once felt too deep to carry now moves gently through my chest, like my heart has learned a rhythm that can hold and still let rest. If the old ache comes tomorrow, I will meet it without fear. I have learned that tender healing doesn't leave when pain draws near. Pearl in the quiet, warm and clear, not all at once, but it is here. Pearl in the quiet, soft and new. Every broken part of me finds its way back through. Come closer now, my tired soul. You've done enough, you've carried it all. Lay your head down, there's nothing to prove. Tonight the world can wait for you. You are so loved, just as you are, with every scar and every little flaw. No need to hide, no need to try. You are so loved, my darling, you are. The mistakes you made, the tears you cried, they don't define you. they're just the tide that brought you here, safe in my arms, where nothing can ever cause you harm. You are so loved, just as you are, with every scar and every little flaw. No need to hide, no need to try. You are so loved, my darling, you are. Let me hold the parts you think are weak. Let me kiss the wounds you never speak. You are so loved, just as you are, like the softest light, like the morning star. Rest in this truth, let it fill your heart. You are so loved, you've always been loved from the start. The clock has forgotten how to count. Everything is softer now, laid down. I speak so low, the shadows barely hear. Just me and all the feelings I hold dear. Almost asleep, but not quite there, floating somewhere between awake and prayer. No need to fix a single thing tonight. I let the dark hold me till morning light. I ask my heart the gentlest kind of questions. Does it hurt? Does it need some more attention? She answers back with one slow, quiet breath. That's all we need, no more and nothing less. Almost asleep, but not quite there, floating somewhere between awake and prayer. No need to fix a single thing tonight. I let the dark hold me till morning light. And if sleep still keeps its distance for a while, I'll stay right here and wear this gentle smile. Almost asleep, my sweetest place. Nothing left to win, nothing left to chase. Just this moment, soft and kind, almost asleep. and I don't mind. I was all hush, all worn thin, holding on to what had been. Then a slow warmth moved within, small and deep, amber in the still, amber in the still, soft and low. Not a fire, just a glow. Amber in the still stays with me, calm enough to set me free. I don't chase what is gone, I let peace lead me on. What once ached starts to heal, little flames, amber in the still. The old weight comes again, I breathe out, I let it thin. There is strength, soft and real. There is love, I can feel, amber in the still, too much, just enough here. Amber in the still, clear and true. Slowly now, I come back through. Borrow this heartbeat when mine grows weak. A steady knocking only I can seek. It echoes softly through my tired bones, reminding me I'm never truly alone. This heartbeat I borrow keeps me warm through the longest night and coming storm. It doesn't judge, it doesn't ask why. It simply beats until I learn to fly. Sometimes I forget how strong I've been. This rhythm helps me find my way again. Tap by tap it teaches me to trust that even broken hearts can turn to dust. This heartbeat I borrow keeps me warm through the longest night and coming storm. It doesn't judge, it doesn't ask why. It simply beats until I learn to fly. And when the tapping grows a little slow, I know it's time to let my own heart go. This heartbeat I borrow keeps me warm. A quiet promise through the dark and dawn. One day I'll give it back with grateful hands. But for tonight, it understands. The hours have slowed, the lights are low. I feel the weight of the day letting go. Every worry that I carried home is fading gently, no longer alone. I'll stay right here, right where I am, wrapped in the quiet, held in these hands. No need to move, no need to run. I'll stay right here till the morning comes. My breathing deepens, my shoulders fall. The kindest peace is covering it all. I don't have to figure anything out. Just let this moment hold me now. I'll stay right here, right where I am, wrapped in the quiet, held in these hands. No need to move, no need to run. I'll stay right here till the morning comes. And ooh, if the night wants to stay a while, I'll let it hold me for a little while. I'll stay right here, right where I am, safe in the silence, safe in these arms. No need to move, no need to run. I'll stay right here. belong. Between each breath, there is a space where all the noise can be erased. I linger there for just a while and let the stillness wear a smile. In the space between breaths, I find my home. No need to wander, no need to roam. Everything I am is welcomed here. In the space between breaths, I disappear. Rushing world can wait outside while I sit here with arms open wide. My tired soul lays gently down and finds its peace without a sound. In the space between breaths, I find my home. No need to wander, no need to roam. Everything I am is welcomed here. In the space between breaths, I disappear. And here in the space between breaths, I am whole, I am known. Nothing left to carry, nothing left to own. Just this space between this old heart of mine has traveled far, carried every joy and every scar. But tonight it beats so soft and true, like it's finally come back home to you. This old heart of mine just wants to rest in gentle time. No need to prove, no need to shine. It's safe and warm right here inside. It used to ache when nights were long, but now it sings its own quiet song, a softer rhythm, a kinder beat, holding me so tenderly and sweet. This old heart of mine just wants to rest in gentle time. No need to prove, no need to shine. It's safe and warm right here inside. And I whisper softly, thank you, dear, for staying with me all these years. This old heart of mine has loved me through the darkest night. Tonight I hold it close and tight. This old heart of mine feels warm and right. For a while I felt faded, like my soul had gone to sleep, like the light had stepped back softly, running silent under me. I was moving without knowing if the warmth would ever stay. Then a little change came over what had slowly slipped away. Color comes back slow, soft as morning on the skin. Color comes back slow, where the ache had always been. Not all at once, not in a rush, just enough to let me know. Color comes back slow. I can feel a gentle stirring in the parts I kept turned down. Not a flood and not a fire, just a calm I have found. Every breath feels a little kinder, every thought a little less cold. What was quiet for so long now starts to open, starts to glow. Maybe healing isn't thunder, maybe healing speaks this way, in a hush and steady mercy, in a love that learns to stay. Color comes back slow, soft as morning in the heart. Color comes back slow, right where I had come apart. Not all at once, comes back slow. Comes back slow. Into my soul. I've been holding too tightly to a feeling worn and thin, like a door left half open to the hurt that wandered in. Now the silence feels kinder, now the air begins to ease. What was knotted in the dark starts to loosen quietly. Unwind in me, slow and tender. Unwind in me, till I remember how to be still, how to be free. All that was heavy, unwind in me. I don't need a sudden answer, I don't need to force the light. There is healing in the softening, there is mercy in tonight. Every breath becomes a little more forgiving than before. Like my heart has found a rhythm, it can finally rest inside. If the old pain tries to linger, I will let it pass on through. I'm not the fear I carried, I am something warm and true. Unwind in me, slow and tender. Unwind in me, till I remember how to let go, how to believe. All that was restless, unwind in me. Unwind in me. Settle in peace. You don't have to search anymore. You don't have to walk through another door. Everything you've been looking for has been waiting right here all along. You are already home. You are already whole. Even with the cracks, even with the holes, you are already home. heavy hands, the quiet ache nobody understands. They don't need fixing, they just need to know they've always been worthy of this gentle glow. You are already home. You are already home. Even with the cracks, even with the holes, you are already home, my love. So lay your head down, close your eyes, let this truth become your lullaby. You are already home. You are already home. Let every broken piece feel loved and known. You are already home. You never left at all. The evening folds around me like an old coat. I let the hours slip away without a note. All the noise that chased me through the day slowly melts and gently drifts away. I'm fading into you like smoke into the sky. No beginning, no ending, just a quiet sigh. I don't need to hold on, I don't need to try. Just fading into you tonight. Parts of me that used to feel so torn are softening now like fabric that's been worn. I speak to them in whispers, soft and low, and feel them settle where the wild winds used to blow. To you like smoke into the sky. No beginning, no ending, just a quiet sigh. I don't need to hold on, I don't need to try. Just fading into you. Me back again, I'll carry this warm silence deep within. I'm fading into you like smoke into the sky, letting every worry say goodbye. Nothing left to chase, nothing left to prove, just fading into you. And it feels like true. The evening settles soft around my skin. I let the quiet slowly pull me in. No rush to speak, no need to understand. Just feeling held by an unseen hand. I'm coming home, this quiet place where every shadow wears a gentle face. I lay my worries down like fallen leaves and breathe the air that only mercy gives. Tired parts of me begin to sigh, as if they know it's safe to close their eyes. Here in the stillness, nothing asks for more, just this warm and open door. I'm coming home to this quiet place where every shadow wears a gentle face. I lay my worries down like fallen leaves and breathe the air that only mercy gives. And if the dark should call my name, I'll answer soft, I'm here, it's okay. I'm coming home to this quiet place where I am seen, where I am safe. Nothing left to carry, nothing left to chase. I'm coming home, whispered home. I used to chase the morning sun, trying to outrun what I'd become. But tonight I'm learning something new, to stop running and just sit with you. I'm letting the light stay, not pushing it away, not asking it to shine so bright, Just letting the light stay with me tonight. The parts of me I once called weak are speaking softer now. I hear them speak. They don't want fixing, they just want to be held gently in this quiet company. I'm letting the light stay, not pushing it away, not asking it to shine so bright, just letting the light stay with me tonight. And if it flickers, if it starts to fade, I'll stay right here. I won't be afraid. I'm letting the light stay, letting it warm the darker parts of me. No need to understand, no need to see, just letting the light stay, and it's enough for me. I was living in a low light, trying not to feel too much, holding on with quiet hands, missing every tender touch. Even hope had lost its color, even faith had turned away. Then a softer kind of healing brought a rose through the gray, rose through the gray, slowly finding me, not in flames and not in thunder, just in quiet clarity. Rose through the gray, warm enough to stay. Every hidden part of hurting starts to open that way. Now the ache is less a prison, more truth that breathes and moves. I can let it pass beside me, I can loosen what I lose. There is strength inside the softness, there is light that does not sway, there is love that keeps is returning like a rose through the gray. If the old weight calls my name out, I won't answer like before. I have learned the heart grows deeper when it does not harden more. And the peace I used to long for wasn't lost, just far away, waiting for the soul to trust it, like a rose through the gray. Rose through the gray. Now I see it plain. Healing is a patient color, running gently through the pain. Rose through the gray, soft but strong enough to stay. Every fragile part of living finds a brighter kind of way. Rose through the gray, still finding me. I was waiting for a change I could not explain at all. Just a softer way of living after holding through the fall. Then a quiet light came near me, not in waves, not all at once, just a calm that kept on breathing till my guarded heart unlocked. Opal through the stillness, soft and clear, a little more of healing finding me right here. Opal through the stillness, warm and true, every shaded part of me lets a little light come through. I don't need to force tomorrow. I don't need to outrun pain. There is mercy in the slowing. There is meaning in the rain. What was heavy starts to loosen. What was tired starts to wake. Love can move in patient colors for a tender heart to take. If the old ache brushes by me, I will breathe and let it pass. I have learned the deepest comfort does not always have to last. It just needs to leave a kindness. It just needs to leave a trace, so the soul can keep on turning toward a softer kind of grace. Opal stillness, soft and wide, a little more of living opening inside. Opal through the stillness, steady as the truth. Every broken part of me finds a gentler way to move. I kept the herd in quiet places where it would not ask for more. Thought if I could hold it still enough, it might not reach my core. Then a warmer shade came through me, like a promise without sound, not to take away the sorrow, just to lay some mercy down. When marigold returns, it doesn't rush the dark, it lays a gentle fire along the sleeping heart. Line by line it mends what sorrow could not move. When marigold returns, I return too. I can feel the weight grow lighter, not all gone, but less than before. What once lived inside the silence doesn't rule me anymore. There is peace inside the slowing, there is grace in being true, there is love that keeps on finding every tender part of you. If the old ache comes tomorrow, I will meet it without shame. I have learned that softer living does not make me any less brave. When marigold returns, it comes in steady light, it warms the hidden places that stayed cold through every night. Line by line it heals what fear once pulled apart. When marigold returns, it blooms inside my heart. A distant bell rings soft inside my chest, calling me back to where I can rest. It doesn't shout, it doesn't demand, just gently pulls me by the hand. This is the bell that calls me home through every storm I've ever known. Its sound is quiet, its touch is kind, it brings me peace I cannot find. I've walked through fire, I've walked through rain, carried sorrow, carried shame, but every time I lose my light, this bell still rings soft through the night. This is the bell that calls me home through every storm I've ever known. Its sound is quiet, its touch is kind, it brings me peace I cannot find. And when the world grows loud and cold, I close my eyes and let it toll. This is the bell that calls me home, the sweetest sound I've ever known. It rings so soft inside my soul. This bell brings me home. When the noise of living fades away, I find my way back to this quiet space where nothing asks me who I have to be, just the simple grace of being me. This is the room I return to when the weight becomes too much to carry through. A place where every part of me is welcomed home. No questions asked, no need to prove. Here the tired heart can lay its load hidden fears can finally unfold. I sit among the pieces I once tried to hide, and feel them soften in the warmest light. This is the room I return to when the weight becomes too much to carry through. A place where every part of me is welcomed home. No questions asked, no need to prove. And in this stillness I begin to see the kindest version of myself, looking back at me. This is the room I return to, the safest harbor I have ever known. Here I am enough, here I am whole. This is the room I return to. I used to hold the sorrow like it had a right to stay, like every tender part of me was made to bear the weight. But something in the silence began to turn and break. A softer kind of mercy brought ivory through the ache, ivory through the ache, quiet and slow. Not a flash of lightning, just a gentle glow. Ivory through the ache, soft enough to stay, turning all the hurt in me toward a kinder way. I can feel the tightness easing, I can feel the fear grow thin. There is peace inside the breathing, there is room to live again. What once felt too sharp to carry and now moves lighter when it wakes. Love can come in patient colors, like ivory through the ache. If the old pain rises in me, I won't hand it all my name. without shame. I breathe through the ache, warm and clear and true. A little more of life returns in everything I do. I breathe through the ache, steady as a flame. What was torn and tired in me will not stay the same. Today my heart woke softer than it did a while ago. Not because the pain is over, just because it lets me slow. There is kindness in the breathing. There is room to feel and trust. What was heavy in my body isn't holding on as much. Peach light in my pulse, warm and low, turning all my tired places toward a gentler glow. Peach light in my pulse, soft and true. Every fragile part within me lets the healing through. I don't need to name the sorrow. I don't need to force it gone. There is mercy in the waiting. There is strength in moving on. What was closed begins to open. What was tense begins to rest. Love can find the hidden places and leave warmth inside my chest. If the old ache finds me later, I will breathe and stay with me. I have learned that tender healing can be quiet and still run deep. Peach light in my pulse, clear and deep. A little more peace I get to keep. Peach light in my pulse, bright and new. Every broken thread within me finds a softer way through. like a hand unclenching slow. What was heavy in my breathing doesn't have to follow home. There is calm beneath the shaking. There is warmth beneath the blue. Something kind is rising in me. Something steady, something true. Morning finds me gentle. Morning finds me whole. Not because the hurt is gone, but because it lets me go. Morning finds me gentle, warm against my skin, a little more forgiving than the day has ever been. I don't need to fear the silence. I don't need to fill the space. There is healing in the stillness. There is comfort in the grace. What was aching starts to soften. What was restless learns to rest. Love can reach the quiet places and make a home inside my chest. If the old pain brushes by me, I will breathe and let it fade. I have learned that tender healing can be strong without a flame. Morning finds me gentle. Morning finds me clear. A little more alive again. A little less held by fear. Morning finds me gentle, soft and bright and true. Every broken part of me finds a kinder way through. There's a string I cannot see that ties my heart so quietly. It pulls me gently when I stray and leads me back to where I need to stay. This invisible string keeps holding on, even when I feel that I am gone. It never breaks, it never pulls too tight, just just whispers, come back home tonight. I've wandered down so many roads, carried burdens and heavy loads, but every time I lose my way, this unseen string still finds a way. This invisible string keeps holding on, even when I feel that I am gone. It never breaks, it never pulls too tight, just whispers, come back home tonight. And in the darkest hour I've known, I feel it tug, and I am not alone. This invisible string keeps holding on through every ending, every dawn. It brings me back where I belong. This invisible string is where I've always been. I was carrying old sorrow like it still had room to grow. Every tender part within me moved a little tired and low. Then a softer shade came over, not to fix what used to be, just to lay a quieter comfort, like moss green mercy over me. Moss green mercy, soft and deep, a little peace I get to keep. Moss green mercy, warm and slow, teaching all my restless places how to let go. I don't need to rush the healing, I don't need to force the light. There is kindness in the waiting, there is grace inside the night. What was heavy starts to loosen, what was sharp begins to ease. Love can move in patient colors and still find all of me. If the old ache turns and finds me, I will breathe and let have learned that gentle living can outlast what did not last. There is strength inside the softness. There is truth in being worn. There is hope inside a heart that keeps choosing to be warm. Moss green mercy, clear and true. A little more of living comes walking through. Moss green mercy, soft and wide. Every broken thread in me finds a kinder side. I let the day slip away like water running down the clay. My chest rises, then falls slow, and everything I carry starts to go. This is the long exhale, the one I've waited for, where nothing needs to be fixed anymore, just breathing, just being here. The quiet wraps around my name and calls the scattered pieces home again. No hurry in these slowing veins, only kindness in the soft refrain. This is the long exhale, the one I've waited for, when nothing needs to be fixed anymore, just breathing, just being here. And oh, I stay right here, letting the silence hold me near. This is the long exhale, the gentlest song I've ever known. Nothing left to chase, nothing left to own, just this long exhale. feel my shoulders softening as they lay. All the things I thought I had to be are resting now so quietly with me. My gentle tomorrow waits for me with open hands and no demands. It doesn't ask me to be strong or right. It only whispers, "You're enough tonight." I've carried heavy things for far too long. Tonight I set them down where they belong. My heart is tired in the kindest way, and love is letting it rest here and stay. My gentle tomorrow waits for me with open hands and no demands. It doesn't ask me to be strong or right. It only whispers, "You're enough tonight." And I can feel it holding me so near, like a mother's voice I haven't heard in years. My gentle tomorrow waits for me with all the patience that I need. No rush, no worry, nothing left to prove. Just this warm and quiet truth: I am loved, I am enough tonight. The day is late, its burdens down, and left me with this quiet sound of breathing slow and feeling small, but safe enough to feel it all. Here I am, a soft place to land. No need to hide, no need to stand. Just let the night wrap gently round and hold me till the light comes down. carried weight that words can't say. Tonight I lay those pieces near and whisper, it's alright, my dear. Here I am, a soft place to land. No need to hide, no need to stand. Just let the night wrap gently round and hold me till the light comes down. There's no rush to feel brand new, just space to breathe and space for you. Here I am, a soft place to land, holding every part of who I am. Nothing left to chase, nothing left to mend, just a soft place to land again. Sit here with this wooden sound, a gentle tapping turning round and round, each quiet knock against the grain reminds me I am safe again. In this simple beat I find my peace, a steady rhythm that puts my mind at ease. No fancy words, no need to explain, just this warm and honest refrain. When my thoughts are scattered far and wide, this even tapping brings me back inside. It tells me softly, without any haste, that I am worthy of this space. In this simple beat I find my peace, a steady rhythm that puts my mind at ease. No fancy words, no need to explain, just this warm and honest refrain. Tap by tap, the worries start to fade, leaving only what my heart has made. In this simple beat I find my peace, the kindest comfort that will never cease. Here I am held, here I am free, I just need to sit here on the floor with all the pieces scattered around my feet and let them rest a while with me. It's warm enough right here, right now, even with the cracks, even with the doubt. I don't have to be strong, I don't have to try. It's warm enough just being alive. The girl who used to fight so hard is learning how to drop her guard. She's tired of carrying what she can't control. So tonight she's giving up the load. It's warm enough right here, right now, even with the cracks, even with the doubt. I don't have to be strong, I don't have to try. It's warm enough just being alive. And if the cold tries to creep back in, I'll wrap these arms around myself again. It's warm enough right here, right now. The quiet holds me, shows me how. Nothing left to prove, nothing left to hide. It's warm enough, and I'm alright inside. I was holding to the silence like it knew the way I break. Every tender thought felt heavier, every breath a little late. Then a warmer kind of kindness moved across the fading ache, not to take away the sadness, just to help my heart stay awake. Honey in the blue hour, soft and slow, a little light begins to show. Honey in the blue hour, warm and true. Every tired part of me lets the healing through. I don't need to name the sorrow, I don't need to force it gone. There is mercy in the breathing, there is grace in going on. What was restless starts to soften, what was dim begins to move. Love can come in quiet colors, like honey have learned that gentle healing knows exactly how to hear. Not with thunder, not with fire, just a steady kind of light that can hold me through the dark and lead me back to life. Honey in the blue hour, clear and deep, a little peace I get to keep. Honey in the blue hour, soft and near, every broken thread in me feels a little brighter here. I was trying to be stronger than a heart was meant to be, holding every tender fracture like it could not live in me. Then a quieter kind of mercy laid its hand on all that strain, not to take away the feeling, just to make it soft again. Soft enough to stay, soft enough to heal, soft enough to let the broken say exactly what they feel. I don't have to turn away, I don't have to be afraid. Love can find me where I am, soft enough to stay. Now the ache is less a shadow, more a truth I understand. It can pass without undoing everything I am. And the peace is not a wonder, falling fast and calling loud. It's a slow and steady kindness settling through me now. If tomorrow brings the old weight, I will meet it, I will breathe. I have learned that gentle things can be stronger than the grief. Soft enough to stay, soft enough to mend, soft enough to hold the silence till it opens up again. I don't need to rush the light, I don't need to chase the end. Love can find me where I am, soft enough to stay. Stay with me now, soft enough to heal. Soft enough to stay. There was a time my heart went quiet, not from peace but from the strain. Like the color had gone missing from the feeling in my name. I kept moving through the softness with a weight I never knew, till a little warmth came rising gold in the blue. Gold in the blue, slowly shining through. Not enough to blind the darkness, just enough to lead me through. Gold in the blue, soft and steady truth. Every tender part of healing brings a little gold in the blue. Now the hurt feels less like ending, more like something passing by. Less a shadow I live under, more change in how I try. I don't need a grand redemption, I don't need the whole world new, just a faithful kind of mercy, like gold in the blue. If the old ache reaches for me, I will not give in that fast. There is quiet strength within me, there is light that learns to last. And the love I could not feel then wasn't gone, just hidden through, waiting for the hour it found me as gold in the blue. Gold in the blue. Now I know it's true. Healing does not come in thunder, it comes breathing me back through. Gold in the blue, warm enough to move. Every tender part of living turns a little gold in the blue. Gold in the blue, still coming through. I was walking through the sorrow like it knew me by my name. Every tender thought felt fragile, every comfort felt too late. Then a quieter kind of kindness moved across the fear in me, not to turn the dark to daylight, just to help my heart believe. Copper in the mist, warm and low, turning all the hidden hurt into something clear. I don't need to find the ending. I don't need to force the dawn. There is mercy in the waiting. There is strength in going on. What was heavy starts to loosen. What was restless starts to lift. Love can come in muted colors, like copper in the mist. If the old ache comes back softly, I will meet it, I will breathe. I have learned that steady healing doesn't ask too much of me. Just a little more surrender, just a little room to feel, till the heart I thought was breaking learns how quiet hope can heal. Copper in the mist, still and true. A little warmth comes walking through. Copper in the mist, deep and slow. Every tired part of me begins to glow. I was keeping all the silence in the corners of my chest, like if I stayed still enough, the hurt might learn to rest. Then a softer kind of color moved across the tired spark. Not too bright, not asking much, just teal on the tender dark. Teal on the tender dark, soft and slow. A little peace begins to show. Teal on the tender dark, calm and true. Every fragile part of me lets the healing through. I don't need to rush the morning. I don't need the whole sky clear. There is mercy in the breathing. There is comfort staying near. What was heavy starts to loosen. What was strained begins to ease. Love can come in quiet colors and still move through me deep. If the old ache finds me later, I will not give it my name. under pain. There is strength inside the softness. There is light that does not force. There is hope inside a heart that learns to trust its course. Teal on the tender dark, warm and wide. A little more of living opens up inside. Teal on the tender dark, clear and new. Every broken thread in me finds a kinder blue. I felt the old ache fading, like a shadow losing form. Not all at once, not all at once, but softer than before. There was warmth inside the silence. There was calm I did not see. A tender kind of mercy laying gold across me. Saffron in the slow air, soft against my skin. A quiet light is turning where the dark had been. Saffron in the slow air, warm and passing through. Every tired part of me begins to open too. I don't need to force it. I don't need to know why the heart grows lighter when it lets go slow. There is peace in being honest. There is grace in being worn. There is love that keeps arriving in a shape so warm. If tomorrow brings the old weight, I will not fall apart. I have learned that gentle healing knows the way back to the heart. Saffron in the slow air, clear and calm and deep. A little more of living wakes inside of me. Saffron in the slow air, soft and staying true. Every broken thread of me finds its way back through.